African and Native women did not feel pain in childbirth.
Fact, they did feel pain in childbirth because they're human. No. Myth, African and Native women can just go right back to work after giving birth.
In fact, those women had to go back to work. Either their masters forced them to go back to work or they had no choice for the survival of their own family. Myth, most African mothers were overjoyed when their babies died because that meant that their children would go back home to their homeland in Africa.
Fact, no. This was just another lie to assuage white people's guilt over all the terrible things they were doing. Contemporaneous religious beliefs of the time enforced that your homeland is your birthplace. So for many people, that was not Africa. Myth. African and Native women had voracious sexual appetites and couldn't be satisfied by simply one man.
Fact, Native women were often sent as welcoming gifts to European travelers, and there isn't a whole lot of proof that this was actually voluntary on the women's part. As for explorers in Africa, the nobles of African tribes had more polygamous relationships because their wealth allowed them to. And so since European explorers usually only interacted with the wealthier members of the society, they probably just took that to believe that all African people were this way. Myth. African and Native women had strong bodies that were built for labor.
Fact. It's not like you're gonna grow fat working outside all day. Whether it be in Africa or the Americans, these people were working outside constantly just to survive.
Myth. Native women were cannibals.
Fact. This is about as ridiculous as women not feeling pain in childbirth. Myth. Slave men were in the fields more than the women.
In the case of Carolina rice, African women had the skills needed to grow and process the rice. African men didn't have these skills because they were passed down from mother to daughter. Myth. Slaves weren't treated as cruelly by slave traders because slave traders had a profit to make.
Fact. In what way? In the Muscatine article, the captain was literally more upset over the chair he just lost than the person he just killed. Slaves were slaves, no matter who was handling them.